So I love the fact that the previous performance had fishnet stockings, high heels, and a feather boa, because so does mine. And that was really well done. So mine, you can't hear me? Okay. I'll just stick this right in my face. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I'm very nervous and I have an anxiety disorder. Causes me to just want to freak out and run away when I'm staring down a large group of people that I don't know. So I didn't know this for quite a while. I was very depressed and stuff. Whatever, just sweep that under the carpet. But I didn't know that I was anxious. I knew that I was really, really nervous in front of crowds. Regardless, I decided, you know what would be a good idea? Let's take my clothes off on stage. Yeah. And the reason is I love burlesque. And for those of you who don't know what burlesque is, it's possibly the most fantastic form of performance art in the whole world. Because you get satire, you get sparkly, like, glamour business, and you get naked people. So, like, where do you go wrong? So, of course, I'm getting trained by one of the burlesque dancers here. She's got a whole class. She still runs them. She's got this whole thing set up for us. Her show is called Brand New Boobies because our boobies are brand new to the stage. I mean, come on. So she's teaching us about, how to take a glove off really nice, right? And what to do with your feather boa while you're on stage. You don't put it around your neck because that is not glamorous. You put it around your arms because you're like, oh, I'm so fancy, I don't even need to protect myself from the cold. It's not a thing. I don't feel cold. I'm far too glamorous for that. So, meanwhile, I'm of course looking up all of the burlesque on YouTube that I can possibly find. So, people like Michelle Lamour, who, she has 2 titles. One is the most naked woman, which, frankly, her pasties are like that big. They're like pin sharp, these things. They're so small, I'm not even sure she has nipples. And she doesn't wear a thong on stage. She wears something that's like a pasty, but for down there. She sticks this thing on, and then that's it. So she really is the most naked woman. Her second title is the ass that goes pow. Oh yes. And frankly, if you look her up, you will agree, because it does. So, second person is Renee LaRue, who is not a small lady, and I don't know where she gets them, but wow. And she has this thing where she makes all of her own outfits, and if I can sew like that, I will be a costume designer. Because I think one of her announcers said something like, she snorts rhinestones, and I'm pretty sure she does. Because it's just like sparkles, glitter, head to toe, everything. Her outfits come apart in fantastic ways. She's taking bows off the bottom of her skirt that you didn't even know were there. So she's got this thing where she undoes the back of her bra, which is a halter neck. She crosses one over this way, one over that way, and bounces her chest to the time of music. So she's fantastic, and she's a little, like, sexy raunchy. And then the third person I'm looking at is Miss Dirty Martini. Also not a small one. But she's got this dance where she's doing it to one of the American national anthems, which she hates. She hates that song. She's all dressed up in like the American flag, sparkly outfit, corset, the whole bit, and she ends up eating money. Not real money, obviously, but like she's finding money all throughout her whole outfit, and she's like, oh, money, ah, she's just stuck face. And by the end, she's pulled a braid of money out her butt. And she's twirling with it. And then by the end, like, she's mostly naked and got money sticking out of her face. And she just fingers the audience and walks off. And you're like, that was the best thing ever. So, this in mind, and my nervousness in mind, I have a large and fantastic legacy to live up to if I'm going to get on stage and do this. So, come, of course, the day, the night, I'm in Victoria. I've got a bunch of people with me who, at the time of me going backstage, do not matter. I'm trying not to think about it because I'll be more nervous if I'm like, what did they say? I've tripped on a glitter slick because burlesque dancers are like, take this pot of glitter and dump it on my face. This is burlesque. You come home and you've got glitter in your hair 3 months later. It never goes away. Boyfriends or girlfriends of burlesque dancers just never get rid of glitter. And there are boys who do burlesque, by the way. They are fantastic as well. I happen to know of one who does not, they don't need to wear the pasties, but they like tie their bits up in a handkerchief. And that's it. Then they just get naked, and it's fantastic and hilarious. And I've also seen them twirl tassels on them. That's good too. So anyway, I'm dressed up in my outfit, right? I've got a little skirt, fishnet stockings, the tallest shoes that I've ever worn in my life. Bad idea. Because wow, that's really, really precarious. You're on stage going, I don't know how to walk. Gloves on, the whole bit. I've got nothing under my corset. It's an overbust corset. And I've got a zipper installed in the front because heck, if I'm going to deal with those hook and eye things, that'll just take me the whole song to get the thing off. And I have practiced to the time and measure of the song by bar what I'm going to do. So, you know, first glove is like first bar, second glove, then corset, then etc. So, right? Got this all planned out and perfect. I screwed it up. Totally screwed it up. So, by the time I've got my second glove off, which requires me stepping on a finger of my glove and like slowly pulling it up, right? I realize, oh no, I just took off both of my gloves in the time that it should have taken one, and I have a lot of time left. So I'm kind of, okay. So skirt comes off in the timing that I did the gloves, so I've got like a lot of time, and I'm like, oh no, I screwed up. So I'm like, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Burlesque is all about teasing. You're not just stripping off all your clothes. That's a stripper. Which is different. So this is about the tease. Okay, I gotta tease these people, these strangers that I'm showing everything to. So I just kind of undo my corset a little bit, just to about here, and it kind of opens, and I get a little ooh through the crowd, like just a little bit of interest, and I'm like, fine, fuck you, and I just zip it up. And I get kind of a aw. And then I'm like, you know, do a little dance, and then I'm like, a little bit of unzip, and I get more of a woo. And then I'm like, nope. And then I get more of a disappointed noise, and I'm like, excellent. So then, at the correct time, I start unzipping, and I get the biggest reaction from the crowd. They're standing up and cheering for my breasts. And I'm like, okay, and I turn around and unzip it and put the boa over so you can't even see them. And they have to wait the whole time just to get those things. And through screwing up, I actually made that dance better. So there you go.